moons of Jupiter. Have fun trying to figure out whatever the that means. I-O. It's the Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Man, for me, this would have been the real hook last night.
Was this Turnstile?
Turnstile, who are an awesome band. They opened for Blink-182 last night at the Romo Fijo, and if I had tickets, I would have gone to see Turnstile and bailed on Blink-182. It's a band that I can't figure out why they're not bigger. They've been around a long time, and they have rabid fans, and they've been good for a long time. I think they're from D.C. They were opening for Blink last night. They're also on Riot Fest, which got announced yesterday, which is a big deal in Chicago. We always miss Riot Fest, Gwen and I, because it's like our anniversary weekend, and we're always try to be somewhere nice and warm. But Riot Fest, there are a lot of festivals, right? You're hard-pressed, though, to find a more eclectic one and Riot Fest. Turnstile is going to be one of the big bands there. Foo Fighters, Postal Service, Death Cab for Cutie, The Cure, Queens of the Stone Age. They've got to be the only festival that has Ani DeFranco and the Insane Clown Posse on it. You can't hate that. Sleep Token, I can't say enough things about those guys. Pennywise, ICP, George Clinton, Code Orange, Bowling for Soup. So dozens and dozens and dozens of bands that second weekend in September. And Riot Fest Day was yesterday. Now, the best part of it is whoever is responsible for Riot Fest's social media channels, because they give zero Fs over there, and people will complain with any festival. Again, a complaint I see a lot, and I don't understand because this is not a new development. It's been going on like this for a long time, is people complaining that the tickets go on sale before they announce the lineup. That's essentially what every festival has been doing now for about 5 or 6 years, is, hey, I mean, maybe not the first year of a festival, but when
you have the credibility of a Riot Fest.
When you're a few years in, they go, hey, get your tickets because they're going to go fast. We'll tell you next week who, they do it for Sonic Temple. They do it for Lollapalooza. People buy the tickets because it's not like it's going to stink. There's 400 bands. You'll be able to find 5 or 6 guaranteed that you love. Now, tickets ain't cheap. They're like $300 a person for the weekend. Who might be the only person not on Riot Fest the weekend. But he's not even the weekend anymore.
He's not? What does he know?
He's going by his Christian.
Weekday?
He's Abel Tesfaye now.
Oh.
He's going by...
Every other weekend, they got a divorce, and he's only got custody.
Well, it's funny because people are like, what's going on with the weekend? He's going to go by his real name. Like, yeah, because he wants to be an actor now. He's got some HBO show that's starting up, so he wants people to...
They want it...
Yeah, they go, who the hell is that, right? Same thing that happened to Ludacris. And The Rock.
Yeah, because, but Ludacris still, I just know him as Ludacris.
But the transition is when you want to become an actor or something else, you go, okay, for maybe the first time out, I'm going to go by my stage name because people know who that is. So you go as Ludacris, right? He's still is he in Fast X?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know that Ludacris does any other acting at all, but every time one of these goddamn Fast and the Furious movies come out, he and Tyrese are right there.
Yep.
Right? They get the call. I'll be there. So first time out when you're acting, you go by your stage name because that's how people know you. Second time, you do a mix. So you start as The Rock, Scorpion King, The Rock. Then you go as Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Chris Ludacris Bridges. And then you transition fully to your name. Well, the weekend, he goes, screw that. Information's moving too quickly. This ain't 2005, homie. So The Weeknd goes, I'm done being The Weeknd. He's always short in E anyway. I never quite trusted that guy. He got lost during the Super Bowl. I didn't like that. That showed poor judgment on my part. But he's a talented guy. Next door here at The Weeknd FM, they play a lot of him. Boy, do they play a lot of The Weeknd. But he's very popular. Anywho, Turnstile, coming full circle. I didn't get to that Blink show last night, but if you went just for Turnstile, respect. But if you had never seen them before, they are awesome. And they're going to be doing Riot Fest.
That
anyway,
stage setup looked cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Turnstile, but from what I've heard of them, I enjoy them. They have a nice pop punky sound, but you got to stop talking down about Blink. They put on a great show.
I didn't talk down about Blink.
You're like, no, I would have laughed for Blink. You're
I
not
would
gonna stay
have.
for one song.
No,
you're not gonna stay for one Blink song.
No, I don't have the.
Where are you?
I don't have the nostalgia for Blink 182. That I mean, I was 28 when they started doing stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I think it would be really weird.
But what is that? But you
God bless those
one
guys.
One song, you're there. You're already there. So stay for a couple songs. You're there. You're in the building.
Yeah, I guess. But do I want to wait? Do I like them enough to wait a half an hour to wait for Blink 182 to come on and then I leave after 2 songs?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
I don't like them that much. Like, they're good. I like those guys. I mean, okay, Travis is whatever.
It's just because he hates Travis.
I don't hate anybody.
You hate well, you
don't
really dislike Travis and his drums.
I do, but that's neither here nor there, right? Not hold it against the band. I don't like Tom DeLonge's singing style. I hate that. It's like a drill to the brain. Mark Hoppus I like very, very much. This guy beat cancer. God bless him. But it's got to be weird for any band of that ilk to be 50 and like, I can't wait till your parents leave. You know, those are the songs people are going to hear, and I fully understand. But I would not wait a half an hour between Turnstile and Blink 182 to then leave after 2 songs. When I can see Turnstile at Riot Fest with Mr. Bungle and Death Grips. Are you kidding me? And the Viagra Boys, Corey Feldman is doing Riot Fest.
That's why you want to go.
Well, there's some for everybody. Ani DeFranco and Insane Clown Posse. Who else? Rival Schools, great band. Warpaint, awesome. Quicksand, White Reaper. Parliament Funkadelic. And Finch. Bill loves Finch.
Oh, I do love Finch. I saw a dude wearing a Finch shirt the other day when I was at Coheed. I was like, hey. He's like, yep, I just saw him in Chicago.
That's what we were talking about before. Mm-hmm. You wear an adjacent band's shirt. You go, hey, Finch.
Mm-hmm.
I saw those guys hide from Disturbed 20 years ago. So, yeah. You know there's a band called the Bobby Lees?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, as in like Bobby Lee?
I don't know. There's a band called the Bobby Lees. They're from Woodstock, New York. And they formed in 2018. So it's a brand new band. They must love Bobby Lee. Why can't somebody have a band called the Alan Coxes? Some band out here, you know, I keep that list, all these dumb fake band names, and I tell people that they can use any of them if they're new to the rock and roll game and just need a dumb name. If you want to use Stink Pickle, you can. Flemme Brulee, it's yours. Weepy Meat, go right ahead. Sushi Bazooka, all done. But the Bobby Lees, good for them. They say it comes from one of their own songs called Bobby Lee. So maybe it's just a snake eating its tail. Maybe they're such big fans of Bobby Lee that when they used to call themselves something else, they did a song called Bobby Lee, and then they go, let's just call ourselves the Bobby Lees. But pick any, if you're in a band and you need a name, pick any one of us, right? The Cody Browns. You'd be touring around Northeast Ohio and beyond. The Mary Santoras.
Hell yeah.
THEE. The Bill Squires.
I like the Helpful Browns better.
The Helpful Browns. Dealer's choice. Whatever you like. So, Riot Fest, they never let you down. That's where they reunited the Misfits. a couple years ago. That's where, obviously Foo Fighters is basically, they're not turning anyone down for festivals. Not only did they not break up after Taylor Hawkins died, they went there were people like, is this the end of the Foo Fighters? And then they would kind of breadcrumb you a little bit over the last year, like, okay, good, it sounds like they're going to stay together. Not only are they staying together, they really, really want to go out and play. They're doing every goddamn festival. After hours line, you can always leave us messages there. Anytime, 216-986-8903.
Hey guys, Dexter Mack here. Even though I'm upset, Alan, because your White Sox beat my Guardians last night, I'm very upset about that. Can you still hit the post on Glory of Love by Chicago's own Peter Santora? Hey, chill back.
Glory of Love. Wow. Karate Kid, right? Wasn't that when Peter Cetera?
It's a great song.
Wow. He was the friggin' bass player in Chicago and the singer. He breaks out, has a massive solo career. Because he was a good-looking dude, had a nice voice. Glory of Love.
I like the cover by Newfound Glory from the Screen to Your Stereo album that they did.
I haven't heard that. What kind of ramp does Glory of Love have? 13 seconds. Mm-hmm. Can I do 13 seconds?
I think 13 seconds.
You remember the Glory of Love?
Yeah, yeah.
That guy's voice. See, Chicago was another band, and not because of any regional loyalty. Chicago was another band my mom loved Chicago. And they started out as like this super progressive, like jazz fusion band. They were called Chicago Transit Authority. And then they shortened it down, and they just named their albums whatever number they were. So it was Chicago 17, Chicago 18. And Peter Cetera was not even their first singer. He was in the band. But then when he kind of went up front, they had all these massive pop hits in the 80s. My mom loved that. Ate it up. Glory of Love. Let me try it. 100.7 WMMS brand song from Peter Cetera. If he doesn't call his album Et Cetera, he's a big dummy. This one's from Karate Kid 2. Spoiler alert, the kid wins. Glory of Love on the Buzzard. That was weak. That was weak. Well, I'll
give you credit for Et Cetera.
Et Cetera.
Et Cetera.
Oh, come on, man. Your name's Peter Cetera, and you don't call an album Et Cetera? Sorry, Dex. That was weak.
Try it on the Newfound Glory version I just sent you.
Glory of Love. Well, does it have a 13-second ramp on it?
Probably got about a 2-second ramp.
Might all I got. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Was this from an album of covers?
Yeah, they did a cover album that was basically like songs from movies.
I hate that stuff.
Oh, I love it so much.
It's like when the Ataris did Boys of Summer.
Ah, it's the best.
You break out with a cover song, and they go, well, of course, because the song is great.
But it's a fun version of it.
I get a fun version, I guess.
Hey, San Dimas High School Football Rules is a great song, too, by the Ataris.
Yeah, I get it. It's Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, that's... God bless you. It's hard out there for a pimp or anyone else.
You prefer that they're going...
No, I don't need that. No, I'm not talking... Nope.
I like that.
I don't have that affinity and that love and that wink, ain't we cute, like pop punk bands doing. It's not for me, man. Just not for me. You know, we're in the car this morning, and my daughter, obviously because she's 7, she loves female-fronted rock and roll. It just hits right.
Paramore?
Yep.
Hailstorm?
No Doubt. Well, that's more rock. I mean, like, I'm talking like when she hears No Doubt, she wants me to turn it up. And all I hear is Susie Sue because I'm an old guy. So it's like I've never enjoyed Gwen Stefani's voice. I appreciate No Doubt. I get the whole thing. But, as a parent, I'm a giver. And so, sure, I crank it up. I'll have Paramore tickets, by the way, next week, since Poundcake mentioned them. And this is another band. I think Paramore's dynamite. How they are doing arenas, I'll never know.
Because their songs, they do a lot of soundtracks, and their songs are just so damn catchy, like Misery Business,
A lot
Crush.
of people have,
Those are
I
old,
agree,
though.
but a lot of people, yeah, God, my God.
It's 20 years old.
That Decode
Yeah,
song
exactly.
was in
They've been-
Twilight, so they got all the
I
young
think it's
fans
because she
there.
left and then came back. I
But
think
it's
that's what
because they've been around for 20 years now, too. So that's and their fan base isn't 15 years old.
We have
15
money
it's,
now.
Yeah, it's 30-year-olds that are going
Yeah.
to see him now. So they're like, yeah, we'll go see you in an arena.
It's the
Anyway,
orange hair.
I will have those tickets next week. That show is not far off. It's June 4th. Again, this is a show where I would go for the opener and split because Block Party is opening. So Paramore and Block Party are going to do Romo Fijo on June 4th. So I will have tickets for you next week if you're a fan of either of those bands. But listen, it's nothing but love. I'm just saying,
you know
if
what
I
the
had
new don't wear the band of the
leaving before the headliner,
Yeah, it is. It is.
I love those shows.
I would see the opener and then split. That is the new
Nothing makes me
version.
happier than when I go for the opening band. I love it because I get to dip. And I don't plan it that way. There's just so many shows that come through where I see who's opening. I go, awesome. Like, I like the headliner, but I'm not going to hang out for 30 minutes.
That is not that long. That's not
that long.
That's what's so annoying about
No,
that standpoint is that you're acting like 30 minutes is 2 hours.
No, I'm not. 30 minutes is 30 minutes.
It's not that long.
But if I'm not a huge fan of the headliner, why am I going to wait? Why would I wait 10 minutes?
You go get a hot dog, go pee. and
Go
then
get a
come
hot
watch-
dog
come watch one
at the House of
song.
Blues? What, am I going to stand there eating
Wherever.
popcorn like I'm in the movies in the 30s?
You grab a drink.
No. By the way, House of Blues never change. I think that popcorn is hilarious. I love popcorn. But at a show, I love it. No, I'm not saying 30 minutes is 2 hours. I'm saying if I'm not way into the headliner, there's plenty of shows I stay for the whole thing. If I'm not into the headliner, beautiful. I'm not waiting 30 minutes. Make it 20. I'm not waiting 20 minutes to stand there for a couple of songs from a band I kind of like.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Because what's going to happen with Blink? And obviously I didn't go last night, but I bet I can figure out what happened.
Kourtney Kardashian actually came out and took her clothes off, and you missed out on it because you didn't stay.
I'm a Kim guy.
didn't go,
I'm
yeah.
a Kim guy. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send a text for something, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 W.